Hi guys! Last time we talked about how I started developing the basic idea for my webtoon. If you missed that video and would like to see how it all started, definitely go check that out. I will link it down below. Today, I just want to share a short summary of the webtoon for you guys without spoiling or sharing too much about the plot that is still in the works. If you would like the spoiler version of the summary, I do have it available on my Discord subscription and soon to come Patreon page. That said, let's get on to the summary. The webtoon is called Wanted Mischief Siblings from Another World, and it features 4 siblings. From youngest to oldest is Ki, who is 8 years old, then there's Nia, who is 14 years old, then there's Mai, who's 16, then there is the oldest Senchi, who is around 17 to 18 years old. And right before school, they get into a bus crash, and of course they die and are summoned into a new world. I do always mix up the words summoned and reincarnated, but just so we clear it up, they are not reincarnated into another world, they are summoned into another world. The reason why they're summoned is because there's an evil, not quite demon king named Septus who knows the prophecy surrounding what's called the 4 king makers. In other translations and cultures, they are called holy shepherds or ancient forgers, and they are prophesied to come into the world and guide the kings through the age of kings. But of course, King Septus wants their wisdom and power all to himself, so at great cost he forces their summoning with plans of gaining their support. Unfortunately for him though, because of the forced timing and the tampering of fate, they don't appear at his court. Instead, the goddess of life, who is annoyed that a human dared to tamper with fate, does what she can and intervenes by changing the location to where they are summoned. She sends them as far away as possible to her old patron hero named Oreth. Now, Oreth's story is still very much in the works, but he's going to function as the siblings' father figure / mentor, so the kids are summoned there and are very much unaware of the role they need to play. Originally, the goddess of life is supposed to tell them everything they need to know before they enter the world, but because of the sudden summoning, that got very much interrupted. Little do we know, though, that their childlike curiosity is what sets the foundation for their becoming true king makers. Now, for a complete summary of what a kingmaker is, I'll have to make a separate video because that would just take way too long, but I'll do my best to give you some insight of how that functions in the plot. As they discover this new fantasy world, the siblings will find that they have this kind of adaptive magic, where their magic affinities and even physical characteristics change according to the lands they take favor to. For example, the youngest Ki will gravitate towards the Fey lands of the Wayless Woods, where he develops an extremely high affinity for magic, becoming a great sage that can peer into the possible future. His eyes turn from a deep brown to a bright emerald green, and his facial features start to resemble that of the Fey that live among the forest. And of course, seeing these changes that the kids go through leads us to understand what major regions they are bound to protect and watch over as kingmakers. So now let's talk about what threatens the kids. Basically, King Septus, as we mentioned before, is not happy. He has 2 twin children, Titus and his sister, who has yet to be named, but Titania is kind of a fun idea because Titus and Titan, I don't know. Anyways, Titus is sent by his father to seek out the children, and he spends his time hunting them down, but hopefully not in a Zuko way, much more like if Zuko was Jet type of way. He uses his charismatic and narcissistic charm to try and turn the siblings against one another, but ultimately, his goal is to have them make him into an eternal king with the power and wisdom of the 4 ancient kingmakers. So in the end, it's up to the kids and their bond as siblings whether or not they are swayed by Titus and the evil scheming of King Septus. Ultimately, in the end, of course, they have to find a way to defeat King Septus and Titus. But I'm sure the alliance between the king candidates and the king forgers will create a very exciting final battle. And that is the summary of my webtoon, Mischief Siblings from Another World. I am so looking forward to creating more webtoon content. I will be posting up some Write With Me videos very, very soon so you guys can see the story come to life. I have 2 already filmed and posted for my subscribers, so again, if you're interested in that early access, definitely go check out my Discord subscription, linked down below, or you could just join the Discord and enjoy some wonderful art from all our amazing artists that you've to see right over here. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram at FUMIStudio and FUMIBEAN to see the character designs for Mishra's siblings in development. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what kind of Webtoon content you would like to see next. And I will see you guys in the next video.